Hey there, Internet. We didn't see you.
I can't see anything. I'm blind.
I think
He's still have
Sam?
stuff to show.
Sam?
No, he's definitely moving.
Shh.
I think he's.
No, he
Please.
froze. Okay, go to KrakenQuest,
Yeah,
everyone.
let me turn off the computer.
I was hoping you would just click on the KrakenQuest screen and just.
The idea hit me as soon as we started, and I just had to roll with it.
Very good.
Okay.
Oh, bye. Welcome back.
Where did we go? Who's this person?
There we go. Okay, everybody, and welcome back to KrakenQuest, Curse of Strahd. I am Sam, your dungeon master. With me tonight, as always, where should I start this time? Let's roll.
Life.
We have Philip playing Roth, the dubious
Dog.
barbarian.
Dubious is a word. We'll find out how accurate tonight.
We also have Avani playing. I can't describe her yet because I've never seen her, but we'll say the righteous.
Yeah.
Righteous.
Righteous
Naily, who we will meet later.
Oh, that's me too.
Sneaky righteousness.
Yes.
Right, sneaky but underhanded.
Yes.
Sneaky and underhanded are the same.
Last, and we also have Chris playing Tegan, the
Still edgy. Still edgy.
controversial monster hunter.
I think I took the least amount of damage last session.
That might be true. Are we counting?
That's actually definitely true. And finally, James playing the confounded sorcerer.
Well,
Flynn
tried twice.
Only twice?
I think I was only unconscious twice.
What's unconscious?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. I've noticed I like to cock my head to the left, and I don't know why.
Your spine's out of alignment.
Probably.
Hmm.
Okay, we've got a lot to do tonight, and a lot happened last time. After liberating the Wizard of Wines, you guys were essentially guilted into going to get one of the magic gems that allows the vines to grow free of the corruption of the land.
Oh yeah, I picked that up.
You did. So you went out to Yester Hill, found a lot of... I just got out of the shower and my ears are all hot inside these headphones.
Oh yeah, now I'm
Weird
putting up a
sensation.
storm in this flannel shirt.
Ugh,
But we must suffer to be plaid.
that's true.
Off to a great start.
I suffer from my art form.
Art form is
Sam gets
flannel.
it.
wearing
Sam gets it.
What?
You wouldn't understand. You don't wear plaid.
I just now noticed how big the fucking grail is, Avani. That's...
Why do you have a symbol of evil and corruption?
Shut up.
That's just one telling.
Shut up. This isn't a cursed object. I promise you it's not.
I'm not sure that this is the grail of a carpenter.
So you guys went out to Yester Hill, found a strange hill that was Yester, and fought a bunch of druids and barbarians.
And druid barbarians.
Almost all died. Strahd kind of saved you.
He didn't save us.
Yeah, he very purposefully didn't. I believe he very purposely told.
We
told
lost
them
a
to kill
party
us.
member.
Yeah.
He took that party member.
And as the fight wore on, Roth once again failed to protect another woman in his life. Because you're like 0 for 4 at this point.
Wow. Harsh.
I'm sad.
Yep. Yep. And he's still best dad of the party.
Sure.
No one else is
let's see.
willing to take the title.
Oh, wait.
Roth
He
got
needs
just
to be best dad. We don't know.
tossed away by Strahd, and then Ceres died to a vine blight. But luckily, with her death and the destruction of her staff, all the blights died. And last when we saw, Roth was chasing after Strahd as he rode his flaming horse through the sky with Ceres's body.
Like a dog chasing after a fire engine.
Kinda.
I mean, fire horse, dog. Close enough.
Why was Strahd here?
I think he has a certain interest in Arena. We've already established that.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty obvious.
Right, and why was he just standing there? Waiting.
Waiting for...
I mean, he seems to have been waiting this whole time. He could have taken me at any moment.
Waiting for us to fail, or for us to...
For me to choose to go with him, I suppose.
I'm glad you decided not to.
Perhaps he sees himself as your savior against worse evils.
Something like that, I don't know.
There's died protecting you as well. Which,
Yes, I'm
well,
aware of that. Thank you.
I'm not. That's a James mistake, not a Glenmo mistake.
Look,
I'm saying
I'm sorry. I'm not used to having people die for me. Sorry, just give me a minute here.
Is there anything left behind? Like, did Strahd grab everything of Ceres's, or
He took whatever Ceres had on her.
Hmm.
So pretty much. Is there something specific you wanted?
no? I was just curious if there was something not attended or whatever.
Shards of broken staff.
Definitely that.
Yeah. I mean, if you wanted, you could probably take some of that broken staff if you wanted to try to use it for something.
Nah. Probably not. I mean, it looks kind of like those evil plant things we've been fighting, right?
It looks like that big tree that they were all around.
I'm not interested.
Can I try to recover some bolts?
Yeah. Just roll me a d20.
I got an 8.
That's how many you get back.
Cool.
You said at the end of last session that a gem is exposed in that scarecrow thing, right? Or that it fell out
I
of.
believe Tegan picked it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it popped out after the druids were defeated.
Yeah.
In
Yeah, it's about like a baseball-sized emerald.
Wow, that's really big.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot to bring up my character sheet. How many spells do I have left? None.
None.
Yeah.
Right, I actually remember now. I used every single box that could be checked is checked.
Even your death saving throws?
Two
yeah.
of them.
Every box that can be checked with me being alive is checked. Right, well, I would suggest we get out of here as quickly as possible.
I guess we got
need
what we
to
came
rest.
for. I'll say, holding up the gem.
Right, well,
I don't know if Roth is coming back or not. I'll just say, glancing off in the direction he ran.
As you kind of say that, Roth is heading back up the hill.
Trudging up the hill, looking probably nearly as bad as you've ever seen him.
Human?
Yes, human. Many open wounds on his body. His cloak caked in mud and blood. And whatever the vine creatures bleed. So I guess sap.
Yeah.
It's not going to wash out easily.
Is the storm still going on?
Yeah. It's dissipating, definitely, since all of this happened.
Mm-hmm.
But it is still going on. But it's definitely, like, within an hour or so, it'll be over.
I'm going to trudge over to the opposite side of the circle and reclaim my new axe.
Oh, yeah.
You know how sure I was that you were going to forget that?
Wrath
Sure.
never forgets an axe.
Just sitting around all week going, Philip's going to forget. He's going to forget. He's going to forget. Like, he's going to forget.
Wrath never forgets an axe. I know where all my axes are. And then turning, looking at the remains of. How structurally sound is the statue of Strahd still?
It was wicker, and when you got thrown into it, it pretty much
Oh, I didn't know it was
scattered.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean it looks like a scarecrow, so
Yeah.
wicker sounds about
I'm
right.
going
No,
to
I
say
totally
that
missed
I
that.
can
I thought it was
still
just a stone
see that the
statue.
head
Oh,
is
I didn't
intact
get
and
that
its
impression.
likeness just enough. I'm
Sure.
going to go over and begin ruthlessly crushing it, screaming into
Cool.
the wind.
Your impotent rage is very much expressed.
Yeah,
Your impotent rage is very impotent.
and then like howling into the slowly dissipating storm. I'm going to burn you, Strahd. Mark my words.
And drown you in orange soda.
That sounds like a good waste of perfectly good orange soda. I'm not gonna
It proves
waste it on the likes of him.
It proves a point. It's a
Mhm.
statement. Well, I stand by what I said earlier. I think we should get going.
Indeed.
Sooner the better, because if we come across anything else, I fear I might be breathing my last.
I'm sure the druids can find somewhere to put us up for the evening.
You mean the wizards?
Yes.
Okay. You mean the wizards who aren't wizards?
Yep. The druids would put me
Sorry.
to rest right in the dirt. I'm
Definitely
pretty
not
sure.
druids. That was a red
Yeah.
beard mistake.
Yeah.
Now we're taking it
We all get one.
Mine was forgetting to launch the game.
I'm going to claim one of the shards of Saris's staff before we leave.
Cool.
Do you have anything of Neffy's?
Yeah.
No.
Really? I
Yeah.
thought she was like completely consumed.
I didn't burn everything.
No, I
burned-
thought she was completely
No, he carried the corpse out.
I carried
Oh,
the
No,
corpse
she
out.
was crushed.
I literally carried all three of you out of that building,
No,
alive
I
or
did.
dead.
I forgot that her body was still around. I thought her body was destroyed.
No,
No,
we
mangled, but
we
yeah.
killed it like 6 seconds later. So.
Yeah.
And
Glad to know that you keep trophies of the companions that die around you.
do you say this in character?
No.
Aw, because if so, Raph would have responded by holding up the necklace of his dead daughter's claw.
I don't think
Well,
that makes anything better.
I learned something new.
I think I mentioned it at one point when we were talking about ourselves around the campfire.
I think I knew you had a necklace of claws. I don't think I knew that you were.
I was actually really like, because I think when I first introduced my character, I said I had a necklace of claws that appear as though they came from a giant wolf.
Mm.
And I was really wondering if your character was going to ask about it in the beginning. You being a werewolf hunter.
Mm.
Like, that was one of my first things of, like, I was like, oh, is Redbeard going to start picking up the scent?
No.
Nope.
Time to drag you guys all the way back to the map screen.
I reclaimed the wolf corpse as we go. Or was that before the Wizards of Wine? That was before
That
the
was
Wizards
before,
of Wine. Never
yeah.
mind, I don't reclaim the wolf corpse yet.
No, it was on the way here.
Yeah.
So it's on the way back to the Wizard of Wines.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'm going to take that, heave it over.
Today is like the one day that I forgot to rewatch the stream right before the show.
It'll be
I
fun.
spent today watching Pumpkinhead, a very fun Lance Henriksen monster movie.
Neat.
No, the wolf was definitely on the way from the city to.
Yeah, that was when I used my
That's how I
first
remembered
fireball.
it, but
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's fine. I recover it.
No, there was two different groups of wolves. This was a dire wolf.
Yeah, no,
The
I
dire wolf
killed like
was-
half of them.
Yeah.
God, fuck it. Who cares? You guys go back to the Wizard of Wines. Wait, hang on. Let me roll for encounters.
Yeah.
Fuck no,
Sans-
fuck no, fuck no, fuck no.
Sans-
Oh my god, fuck no.
Sans wolf.
I'm waiting for him to say nothing happens. You're gonna flip to a page, and then it's gonna say nothing happens.
We don't know this.
I do. I know Sam well enough now.
And I feel like just because you say that, he's gonna make an encounter happen.
That's fine.
I
I'll
feel
die.
that just because you said that, he's gonna make it not happen.
And so
We're
on
going to
and
get
so forth.
halfway. We're going to get a non-lethal role-playing
What we're
encounter.
saying is that Sam is very easily influenced. by other people's words.
Come on.
We have to use reverse
Come on, TPK,
psychology.
30 minutes in. Place your bets.
30 minutes? Oh, I guess the combat's
Yeah.
take a little
15.
time.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not expecting us to immediately get TPK'd. We're gonna put up something resembling.
I mean, he's
You
gonna
guys
live a
died.
long.
So as you guys arrive to the
Like-
Wizard of Wines,
Told you.
actually, no, James, you said I would say nothing happens.
Oh well, close enough.
You still lose the bet.
I
Well,
still
as
got.
long as Sam is right, that's all that matters.
I still got
Exactly.
what I wanted out of
Sam
it.
can do no
That's
wrong.
not dying.
No, it is. You are unaccosted as you go back. In fact, Roth, you don't notice. Your hearing doesn't pick up like anything around you as you walk back. So,
Yeah.
as you guys come up upon the Wizard of Wines, everything's kind of good. Curiously, though, as you approach the Wizard of Wines, outside on the porch, I never got the token for Naily. I'm a dumbass.
It's in the
That was a
chat.
Sam mistake, not a DM mistake.
You said you already got
Yeah.
yours.
Real quick, Sam. About what time of day is it?
It is nighttime.
That's what I figure. Okay. Okay. Huh. I think that means we're about to move into our 13th day in Strahdland.
Really?
I think so, by my recollection.
Well, in that case, I have to kill you.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It would be a shame if you didn't.
Yeah, it would.
Well, I mean, you did kill a character on the 13th episode.
Holy shit, I did.
Which means the next death happens on episode 26. Better
No,
watch
the
out.
next
I
next
vote
one
not it.
happens. Because it was episode 2 where the first character death happened.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, it was.
So it's gonna
Anyway.
be 21. Or no, 25.
25.
Yep.
Not it.
Not it.
Sorry.
Talk amongst yourselves. I got to set up Naily's token because I totally spaced on doing that today.
Okay, it's fine. We get back.
Okay, look, I was doing work, which I ended up starting late,
Yeah,
and
fine.
then I watched the movie while I was working, and it was fun. And then I started the X-Files today, so you can't.
I mean, I started the 5th season of the Great British Baking Show. I got jack shit all done today.
I was listening to Hell's Kitchen.
Did work.
These are all good options except for James's option.
I think I watched a bunch of Daily Show today.
Oh yeah.
Like I was working, but
Oh, I wasn't. I finished a model and a half of painting.
no, my not working day is Friday.
Oh, I also did some digital art. I actually got a decent amount of stuff done today.
Oh yeah, like that.
No, actually, I did that yesterday.
Oh okay.
I did actually. That's not true. I did the face today because I didn't get your message until later.
No,
but
it's fine.
like literally the 1, 2, 3, 4,
I like her
5,
little smile.
6,
Yeah.
7 strokes that make up her face.
She seems too happy for this world.
Oh, she is.
Oh, look, I'm smiling too.
Oh yeah, you've got a bigger smile even.
Yeah. You should update that. I don't think any of us are smiling now.
I don't. I certainly never was.
Nope.
Oh, I smile.
Edgelord. Now yours is more of a frump. There's no teeth.
Oh, I smile in the face of adversity. All the time.
Yep.
Almost there.
Damn it! I should. If I had noticed what you were doing, I would have joined you.
Almost there.
Stay on target.
That's what I was going for.
Stay on target.
That's no moon.
That's like
Oh,
half an hour. That's like an hour earlier in the movie.
So, same movie.
Green barbarian standing by.
Red beard standing by.
All right, can you move that token?
We don't see no tokens.
Oh hey.
I'm sorry, we don't see what. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we can do stuff.
Can we move?
Cool.
No?
It's a
So
very
as you approach,
Yeah,
standing,
we can move
party!
yeah.
as you approach, standing on the porch, kind of looking out,
Mm-hmm.
is a woman. And Ivani, you can go ahead and give us the description of her.
So she's about 6 foot. She is currently wearing a cloak that's hiding her armor and her shield. She's kind of radiating a little bit of light just off her body. And she is not paying attention to them at all. She is talking to one of the wizard dudes.
Who's not a wizard.
Who's not a wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I came up with that.
Oh, well, now I have to bring out another token.
Yes.
Wizard who is
Nearly.
not a
Cloak
wizard.
over armor, glowing, occupado.
Yes.
She's occupied. Not paying attention. I was writing down the description that I just got.
I don't get the
It's
reference.
important.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not a reference. It's not a reference. Just occupado. It just sounds funnier.
Oh, what is noticeable is that there is a giant ass glaive strapped to her back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wish I had drawn a giant ass glaive tied to your back. Oh, and it would have been an Egyptian one, so it's like a crescent moon.
Yes.
Oh, missed opportunity.
It's not that missed. You can go back.
Nope, it's missed and gone forever.
Okay.
It's okay when I actually do her character art, not use one stolen off the internet.
At least you know who you stole it from.
Well, let's just.
No, it's just some random dude who uploaded another picture to DeviantArt. So they stole it.
This is why I go through Pinterest. You can usually figure out who the OG is.
I tried doing a reverse image.
Okay, so you guys come across this woman talking to one of the Mardukov family.
Do you know where Davian is? We've come back with what he was looking for.
I believe he's asleep, but I can go get him up if you want.
And do it quickly.
No, actually, I kind of want to. It's nighttime, right?
Yes, it's very late.
Actually, do you have a place where we can stay here? Well, we don't even.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm Limo Goodheart. I don't think I've met you before.
Oh,
No,
hello. I'm Martin Mardukov.
Martin Mardukov.
Yeah.
And are you another Mardukov I haven't met before?
I am not.
A bit more radiant than the rest of them.
Just a little bit. My name is Nayli.
Pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
What brings you here, anyways?
I was asked to come here to ensure that the wine was going to be shipped.
Ah, walked out of, that city. Chris.
No, they sent me to make sure that the strangers who attempted to get into the city actually did what was asked of them.
Ah,
We've done that and more.
And lost much. I'm going to brush by both of them, heading to, I think the door is behind them, and start looking for an open cask of wine.
I'm just gonna toss the.
Yeah, you can find one.
I'm just gonna toss the gem.
Do you want to drink from a cask or one of the two vats that are left?
I mean, the ones in the casks would be the one that are done, right?
would you know?
I know my liquor boy.
I'm just gonna toss the gem to Martin as I walk past and ask which way to the beds.
He kind of catches him and is like, oh, holy shit. Upstairs.
Grunt.
We've had a bit of a day, if you can't tell.
I can. You people are covered in injuries. What happened?
We were recovering the gem to help this, wow, I cannot think of
Vineyard.
the word. Yeah, vineyard. I was going to say grove, and that's not right. Help this vineyard flourish more so they can produce wine. We are accosted by a large number of druids that wanted to spread suffering across the land and lost one of our own.
I see.
Barely survived. Met Strahd again. Lovely fellow. Didn't murder us, I guess.
That is surprising.
You're telling me. I woke up and there he was, sitting on his giant horse, not attacking us. I considered hiding behind him for a moment. And then thought better of it. Oh, I guess you'll be joining us back to Chris, right?
Yes.
Make sure we hold up our end of the bargain and all that.
Yes.
Well, I suppose worst case scenario, they don't get their wine and we don't get in because we're dead. So, all right.
I can heal if needed.
That would be one. Actually, I just think I need to take a night. Take the night, sleep it off, right as rain.
I like nearly died twice, but I'm sure a whole night's rest will bring me right as rain.
A good 8 hours and I'll be fine.
She looks very skeptical at him. It's like,
Well,
okay.
I can heal too. So, I appreciate it though. It's the nicest thing someone said this entire time I've been here.
I see.
It's kind of true.
I can heal you.
I mean, I don't know. Hey, I can give you armor.
Oh. Yeah, actually, that's another nice one.
Yes.
Do you have a place I can wash up a bit? I'm kind of covered in blood and wouldn't want to get you walls or sheets.
Yeah, he kind of points you over.
The amount of money.
He points out a place in the house.
All right. Have a nice night. See y'all in the morning. Tell Davian that's from us.
Yeah, we'll do.
All right. I'm gonna go bathe.
I'm gonna go sleep.
I'm gonna go drown my sorrows in a lot of wine. A lot.
Well, see, here's the thing, Roth. All that there is left is a lot of wine.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying you're gonna drink all of it. I think.
Oh.
There isn't tons.
Am I capable of drinking an entire shipment's worth of wine?
There isn't tons. There's just a lot.
Oh, okay. How much is a lot?
I mean, how much are you planning on drinking?
Like, I don't know, 10, somewhere between 8 and 10 glasses, flagons. 10 of these. I want 10 of these, please.
All right, yeah, you can get that.
It's like 3 bottles.
That's probably close to a bottle.
I'm filling it
Or,
until
well,
I can
I guess
see
a
the
bottle
meniscus.
is a bottle is 1.5 liters, and this is 1 liter. So
Okay.
Until
So like
I
7
can
bottles.
see the meniscus.
All right, roll me a d10, Roth.
A D10?
clearly he does because he just used it properly.
No, I mean it's character. Not
Oh no, his character.
4.
So you're a lot more tired and injured than you realized.
Mm-hmm.
So after about the 4th bottle, you pass out on the floor.
That's about what I intended and expected.
Do I need to carry him up somewhere?
If you want.
Yeah, I'm nice. I'll do it.
Aw.
Okay, what's your strength?
15.
Yeah, you can carry him.
Damn it! Now I'm
What?
the third strongest.
We don't have a situation that happened one time where Andre the Giant passed out in the hotel lobby.
You hear me mutter drunkenly as you, I'm guessing like over your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Just mutter. Not another. Why?
Mm.
Why another?
Curious, but you're drunk, so we're just gonna drop you on a bed.
Yeah, I'm not saying you have full context.
No.
But
No.
you,
Curious.
the viewer, do.
Yeah.
Also,
All right, Flimo, where do you sleep?
No.
Yeah, I am the prettiest.
Flimo,
Yeah. What?
where do you rest?
They offer me a room, right?
Yep.
I sleep on the wall in that room.
Cast levitate on yourself?
No, I don't have spell slots. And it only lasts 10 minutes. That would be a rude awakening.
Cool.
Yeah, it's just a thing. I got all my stuff
And
in my
night
arms. I
comes.
sleep against the wall.
And okay.
Yep. As sleep eagerly overtakes you all. Alright.
What do you get back after you sleep?
Half of your hit dice and all of
Roth.
health.
In all?
Yeah.
It's weird. I think I would have done that.
Roth.
Yes.
You are surrounded by all the women in your life who you failed to protect. They stare at you longingly and accusingly.
Wow, usually you only get one or the other of those.
Yeah, they actually feel pretty opposite. But it is a dream, so.
I know that 2 out of these 4 loved me. I can't speak for Neffy or Saris.
Neffy didn't know you.
Saris?
Was trying to get on your good side so nobody killed her. So.
Good enough! Count that as a win.
It really doesn't matter what they felt like. It matters what Rod's perceptions of them were.
Oh, yeah. Thinking about this makes me sad.
Good. Mission accomplished.
Welcome
Sam.
to Strahd.
Yep.
You could all go
Tegan,
home.
you dream of your brother.
Oh, interesting.
Flenmo,
Mhm.
you dream of a pretty fucking good sandwich.
That doesn't help anything.
Like it's a fucking Dagwood, man.
That doesn't help
Is it the
anything.
ultimate sandwich?
The sandwich?
Yeah.
The witch?
The witch.
Yeah, and it'll eventually someday do battle with the Brood Witch to quiet the chiming of the Infinity Bell.
I'm writing this down and adding it to part of my Saturday morning cartoon D&D campaign. Because I want
Well, I stole it from about 3 things, so you're good.
I call
Remember, when you steal from one thing, it's stealing. When you steal from everything, it's called research.
Mm-hmm.
That's what college taught me.
Mhm.
If you can tell me what 3 things I took that from, you'll win a no prize.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
No, none of you are fucking...
Eligible.
None of you are eligible! We had a whole conversation of this up to the last Kraken Care!
NSP.
No.
Well, that's what my reference was.
Oh, well,
Not
that's what I
his.
thought his was
Okay.
too.
So.
So, as you all awaken,
One of the references was Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I whispered so Sam didn't hear, but you guys can.
Good job. You didn't catch the thing.
I thought I heard in some far-off land someone talk of Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
It wasn't that great of a show.
But I must have been mistaken. It's a fucking great show. You can shut your own mouth.
Roth falls dead in his sleep.
Yeah.
Rock's fault. He's covered in feathers.
Feathers.
Rocks. R-O-C.
Flinmo dies.
Man, I'm great at this game.
Yeah.
Easy game, easy life.
So you all wake up to the hustle and bustle of a winery.
Right.
You hear people going around downstairs repairing things and doing work.
Try to sleep in.
Well, I'm gonna
Fail.
I'm gonna go find Davian.
Okay. Davian's downstairs kind of supervising.
Close the door.
Right. Click. Or I could just minor image a fake door. I don't know.
To
It's
what
just,
end?
I don't know. Anyways, so you got the gem back, right? We got it back for you, but did it end up in your hands?
Yes, and we replanted it this morning.
Does it require anything else?
Not as far as I know.
Right.
I'll fly by the seat of her. How's that go?
Seat of our pants?
teeth. Seat of our pants.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I think
I
my
said
friends.
seat of our teeth, and I'm like, wait, that's not right.
Nah, that's great. Perfect.
Well, I
Perfect
think
for
my
this.
friends and I are gonna take off soon. Oh, where was Wow, why can I not remember her name? She's like the most important NPC in our party.
Arena.
Arena.
Where's Arena staying? Or is she sick
She
already?
stayed in another room. She comes down the stairs as you're asking.
Ah, sleep all right?
Fine.
Well, I mean, as fine as any of us can, at the very least. The other guys are still sleeping, and I think we're going to be accompanied by the lady we met earlier.
Yep.
Do you guys have any breakfast? We could probably use something to eat before we go on our travels.
Yeah, head over to the kitchen and we'll take care of you.
Probably some toast and some grape jam.
God, Flinmo, can you just be a little more demanding?
No, that was a guess, not a demand.
I'm gonna say Nayli's already
Taken.
in the kitchen.
Yeah, Nayli's already munching down on, unfortunately, the last of the grape jam.
Okay, I'll go.
No, we have to roleplay this. Flinmo's been denied his grape jam.
The font chickens.
I was just making a guess because they all, grow grapes here. I'm not picky. I'm not. I'm gonna go sit with Nayli at her table. So, how was your night?
It was fine.
Great roleplay session, guys.
Arena comes and sits down with you and goes, so Nayli, are you from Barovia?
No.
Where do you hail from?
The Far East. At least that's what I was told when I regenerated.
What?
Reborn.
What?
Start trudging down the stairs.
Is that in question? Is it in character? Or
Yeah.
It's an Asimar thing. Don't worry about it. Don't.
What is an Asimar?
Divine descendants. Best I can put it.
Can I make a check for that?
Sure. Roll me religion.
Yeah, okay, I have intelligence. 21.
What were you trying to figure out here?
Just what an Asimar is.
Yeah, you know what an Asimar is. It's kind of like what you're supposed to be, except
Better.
More
Better.
people.
One is real.
Real pain in my ass. Ew.
No.
Oh.
Huh. Do you know, like, the ancestry or anything like that?
No.
But you said reborn, so you weren't just born as you are right now.
I popped it into existence as I am currently. Yes.
That's not real inconvenient.
It is. It is.
And in Barovia or
No.
in the Far East?
In the Far East. I was born outside of a temple, and there were people there who knew what to do, so just kind of fell along with them.
How'd you end up here, anyways?
Fog.
Yeah.
Deva are returned.
Huh?
Deva are the return from Warbreaker.
Well, she said Asimar.
Well,
There's
whichever.
a subclass of Asimar.
Devas are now a different thing than Asimar. 4th edition Devas were the race formerly known as Asimar, and now they've just made them Asimar again.
Oh,
And Devas have gone back to being a denomination of angel.
Mm-hmm.
That is not what I read, but I will believe you over what I read.
Right. So what are your plans when we get back?
Drink wine, do some investigating, probably leave.
Alright.
You guys can wander in whenever you want.
Wrath trudges in, looks for closest food.
Roth eats Flinmo.
Well, it's nice to meet
Gritty.
you guys.
Flinma's a snack.
Gritty and getting stuck in my teeth.
I'll just kind of stumble in and sit down.
I pull out probably at this point, a moderately stale jam-filled pastry from Velaki.
Sure.
I still have that written down. I know what I got.
Tegan, this is Noelle. She's gonna be traveling with us back to Chris.
Oh.
I keep forgetting where it's written down on my sheet.
You need to tattoo it on your arm.
I don't want to.
Pleasure.
Drink from
No,
my
is that
water
you?
skin.
Oh, pretty nice greeting. That's very pleasant. Good job.
Ugh.
Okay, you're done with this.
He's usually rather gruff, so that was
You can't
pretty
cut
good
me off.
going.
Just did.
I see.
Well, I think we
From
should
the
probably
prop
head
or the
out.
wine.
The prop.
Aw, you're no fun.
Well, I think we should head out relatively soon after you guys eat. I'm sure we have plenty to do once we get to Krisk.
Best make the most of the daylight.
Yeah?
Did you want to head back on your own or go with the shipment?
Oh, go with the shipment is my plan.
Okay. You've not communicated that to any of the Mardikovs, so.
Oh, I thought that was actually assumed because the shipment hadn't left yet. What time is the shipment leaving, by the way?
Pretty soon. If you want to leave with them, I'd suggest you get ready.
All right, we should head
They'll
out
need-
then
yeah.
with the if we want to go with shipment, since that's how we get into the city.
They'll need to leave soon if they're gonna get there before dark.
So grab some travel food if you want, and if they'll let you.
I'll just make sure my water skins are filled and that sort of thing. Basic.
Okay.
Oh, and catch Goodberry. Oh man, that's
How
like the
many-
longest I've waited.
I was so worried.
Question. Is there a material components for that?
For Goodberry?
Yeah.
I think
Don't
it's
you
berry.
have to bless a berry?
I think it's so that they appear in the palm of your hand.
Oh, is that it? Okay. Because I know in other versions, you actually
Up
cast
to 10
it on
berries appear in your hand.
Oh, neat. Okay. In other versions, you had to actually have berries, and you cast the spell on them, and that turned them into good berries. So.
I can double check in the.
Yeah, no,
handbook.
that's
Let's
what
see
it
what
is. I was
the-
just curious, and that's only just something that's just occurred to me.
Sprig of mistletoe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so just
Yeah.
component.
Before we go farther, Vani, whatever you read on Asimar, we're gonna go with that.
Okay.
We'll figure this out between us.
Okay.
Sure.
I actually don't have any of the books for Asimar, so.
Gotcha. I just
Oh wait,
got off.
I can go to the Roll20 Compendium.
Ah.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, I was curious
Also, you
because I was like,
absolutely
you
do
know,
have
if he
to look
actually
this way.
needs berries
Oh,
for
I
the
do?
spell, he should probably stock up on some fresh grapes.
That would be funny.
Yeah. No, that was the main thing that I just popped in my head.
Well, the grapes are kind of needed to replenish the wine supplies, so.
Yeah.
I mean, 10 grapes wouldn't, I imagine, make that much of a difference.
Quite a difference.
Those would be the best grapes.
Yeah.
that they
Take the
have.
shitty ones and make them good.
Okay, you take the shitty ones. I don't need more books on this table, dear God.
You don't need it right now, but that's where it is.
Oh. The paper in this book looks better. It looks more worn.
Yeah. Thank you, off-screen DM assistant.
Thank you, wife.
I'll pass the berry to, well, first to Flinmo and Wrath because they know what it is, and then I'll just kind of toss one at Nayli and be like, this will fill you up if we run out of rations or anything.
Thank you.
Wrath is going to, after consuming what the other people at the table would probably see as a small amount of food for him. Only probably a day's worth for an average person. So, half of what he usually eats. and is going. He's just gonna leave the building and start basically running the perimeter, exercising. I imagine at some point along the perimeter, he's going to come upon a uh, what's the word I'm looking for? A left alone cart.
Abandoned?
Yeah, that one. An abandoned like wheelbarrow,
Mhm.
and he's just going to grab it and throw it into something, probably a tree. As he's then going
Okay.
to trudge back to the house.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We all good to go now?
Oh, I'm ready.
Are we leaving?
Yep. We're gonna stay with the cot, make sure it gets there safely, and get our entry into Krisk, as was foretold, or something like that. Well, I mean, we had a fortune telling.
I remember them saying we wouldn't find peace in Valaki. I don't remember.
I believe she said we would have better luck to the west.
Yeah.
We shall see what there is.
All right. So you're walking.
Oh boy.
I grab my wolf if we get there.
Yes, you pull down your wolf.
Very concerned about that wolf.
Nayli,
That was you guys.
Roth pulls a wolf out of a tree.
So that was you.
Aye.
Mild concern at this point.
We had to defend ourselves, and
Hey, you guys already did that one.
Was it the Lone Rider?
no,
And that one.
might have been that crazy man-woman tree person.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the
And-
moth box.
Mm. Yeah,
Maybe
we
it was
definitely
the
did that
maybe
one.
it was the werewolf.
No, that's every time. That's every roll.
Yeah. Every other roll, at least, is werewolf.
Through the mist comes a skeletal warhorse and rider, both clad in ruined chainmail. The skeletal rider holds up a rusted lantern that sheds no light.
Odd. Again.
And this is like nowhere near where we saw him last time, right?
Yeah, you're pretty much on the other side of the valley.
Can I make some sort of, like, check to see... I don't know, like... Is there a way I can see if it's an illusion?
Yeah, you can roll me Arcana.
Sure. 17.
17. No magic that you can perceive is animating this.
Odd. It wasn't hostile last time either.
I'll just quietly step aside and wait for it to pass.
Yep, he rides on past you guys.
Is this a common occurrence to the, people driving the caravan?
Martin kind of looks at him, Kevin, and goes, "Yeah, he kind of just comes and goes.
Anyone ever talk to him?
He's a skeleton. I don't think he's got much to say.
Does he do anything other than wander?
No, he just kind of patrols the roads back and forth.
Could be
I don't know.
patrol.
I don't know if there's any
Things.
method to it or anything. You just kind of see him around.
I suppose you get used to that kind of thing. I wouldn't be surprised if it's one of the many ways Strahd can watch people.
Don't scrape that against the metal.
No, that's my nail.
Some people think that. Some people think he's some dead knight. I don't know. A bunch of people think different stuff.
Well, it could be both. Which is a pleasant thought. Which probably
true.
Going.
Strahd does tend to use his fallen opponents.
So perhaps he was a warrior that opposed Strahd at some point.
Perhaps. Doesn't seem to be an illusion, that's for sure.
Probably. I mean, Adventurers, you types have been trying to kill Strahd for 400 years.
Hmm. Well, I'm sure they all say this time's different, but I have a feeling this time's actually different. If we end up having to fight, anyways.
Well, good luck to you if you do. I wouldn't try it.
What happens, happens. I don't think we're gonna have much choice in the matter.
Certainly no match for him as we are.
That's for certain. Honestly, I think we might want to find some of those things we were told about.
Sam.
Yes.
Part of this travel, would I be able to examine the
Yes, you can kind of meditate on and
Yeah.
test the weight of and really get used to this axe. Over the next 2 hours or so, as you're kind of examining and messing around with this axe, you find that it is, in not so many words,
Bladed.
this axe is, it feels powerful in a latent, hungering way.
I can relate.
This axe longs to be in battle. It's not alive. It's not sentient. But it like calls out to you as its wielder to go into battle. Like not in any way that's active. Just you can kind of feel that connection to this weapon. It is. I thought it had. That's a different page. Hang on. It's got its bonuses listed on a different page from its actual.
For a moment there, I thought that meant there was more than one magical axe in this campaign.
No.
Oh.
You read into things a lot.
You would have had the wrong axe.
It's actually a fair assumption.
Okay. But yeah. The herb.
There we go. It is a blood axe. It gives you a +2 to attack and damage.
Whoa.
And when you hit with a melee attack using this magic axe and reduce the target to 0 hit points, you gain 2d6 temporary hit points.
Not bad.
2d6? Okay.
2d6.
Question. Does it specifically say a living? Or does it just say a foe?
When you hit with a melee attack using this magic axe and reduce the target to 0 hit points, you gain 2d6 temporary hit points.
Okay.
It just invigorates you because you fucking knocked something down. It's like a little pat on the back.
Yeah, you did it.
Okay. And okay. Awesome.
Decent.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
No charges
That's-
or anything. Just
just get it.
Yeah, just does it.
And +2.
N +2 to attack and damage.
Yeah, that's actually very good. That's not super common. It's usually only +1. But okay. Thanks, Sam.
Under control.
Huh?
There ain't much magic shit to find in Barovia,
Yeah, I've noticed.
but what there is significant.
I think is that our first magic?
Second.
It's your second.
The staff, which is already
Oh, yeah.
broken.
Yeah. Cool beans.
I mean, when it broke it and killed all of the lights with it.
Yeah, we had them.
Yeah. Well, no, didn't.
But it was a cool moment.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah, it
was a cool
was.
moment.
Flipping through the book, do-do-do-do. Flipping through the book, do-do-do-do.
I mean, it's hard enough to find normal equipment in this campaign so far.
I'm gonna charge you 12 times the price!
I need to beg
It's
and
only 5.
It might as well have been 12.
I had to beg
No, it might have been
to
10.
get silver
Okay.
arrows.
Temporary hit points work like they did in 4th edition.
Everybody roll me perception.
Is any of this sight or
No,
smell?
it's sight-based, yes.
Okay.
14.
17.
Nat 20 into a 25.
24.
Roth, you notice a hunting trap on the side of the road.
Okay.
Can I take it?
Well, Roth noticed it. You haven't noticed it.
I leave it be.
Do-
And make no mention of it.
Did you need a critical to get it?
Yeah, it's a good trap.
It's very
I
well
rolled,
hidden.
my roll was one lower than his.
Roll me perception again. Confirm you're 19.
I got a 11.
Yeah, you see it.
Okay. I'm gonna disable it. If it or is it active?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna disable it.
Cool. Give me a survival check.
Cool. I'm actually good. Yeah, I am good at this. I got a 12.
It snaps on your hand. You take 2 slashing damage or piercing damage.
That's embarrassing.
God's sakes. Can I go and pry it off him? Or is it attached to him, or did it just cut him?
It chunked. So yeah, you can pry it off him if you want.
No, I'll take care of it myself.
Should leave that.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Should leave it behind.
7.
Nope.
You're just making this person. No, I don't accept his help.
Fine.
A 15.
Yeah, that does it.
All right,
Should leave that where it was. It could be someone's meal.
and it could be more useful to us. I'll put it in my bag.
Cool. You have acquired 1 rusty wolf trap. Get yourself checked for tetanus.
Man, that's what they always say.
Well, I cast protection from poison
Oh
on
my
him.
god.
I'm gonna drop 3
I'm
gold
kidding.
where the trap was.
Okay. Ooh, that's the highest I've rolled on the daytime charts.
Is that good or bad?
It could be both.
No?
Yes.
High risk, high reward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope, you guys are good.
Boo. Is there any room to write on the cart?
Yeah, one of you could fit on there.
Okay. Sorry, I'm go. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, like room to sit on the back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start skinning the wolf and just throwing the guts out behind us. Any of the leavings out behind us.
Is this normal for him?
We're gonna roll the half of
Yeah.
it.
Right
Let's
on.
see.
So for the first time in your journeys in Barovia, you, other than the hunting trap,
Mm-hmm.
you can see the gates of Kresk in the distance, and you have reached them without complications.
We made it to the Druid Mound unaccosted.
This is a much longer trip.
I'm just saying, we've traveled somewhere and we're unaccosted before, but I mean, yeah. So yeah. But yeah, like Sam, I'm attempting to turn this dead wolf into a wolf pelt. Something akin
Okay.
to what I'm
Roll
wearing
me
on my-
survival.
I got a 20.
You successfully skin a wolf.
Yeah.
There's more than one way to skin a cat, but there's only one way to skin a wolf.
Also takes like months to actually.
It's
I've
not.
skinned it, not turned it into
Yeah.
a cape.
Yeah.
We'll get it. We'll have
I'm just
someone
wondering
else
how
do
you're
that.
going to salt
Tan it.
it and.
Tan it.
We're going to a town.
Well, I guess it's not leather. It doesn't need to be tanned, but
Yeah.
it does need to be cured.
Yeah, we're going to a town. I'll have someone there do
I
it.
just imagine you like carrying a salt encrusted pelt as we wander down the roads of Barovia.
He'll It'll be very salty.
attracting all kinds of wild animals.
It'll be fine.
Ew.
We made it.
Mm-hmm.
Hurrah.
There we go. Put the wrong things down.
Well,
Hmm?
okay.
Only I exist.
Hang on, Nelly doesn't have
Really?
sight.
I'm alone.
I didn't hear a click.
Finally alone. There was time. There was finally time.
What?
There we go.
Your click.
It doesn't have a very loud click.
It doesn't click?
It doesn't have a loud click.
Why does it need to click loudly?
So you know you clicked it.
No.
What doesn't click?
The mouse I'm using,
Yeah.
James is very concerned
There.
about it.
About the loud.
James, how loud of a click do you need?
Just one I could hear.
Maybe I
Like
want.
I can hear your mouse clicking.
Well, maybe I want a stealthy click so that it
Yeah,
doesn't interrupt.
maybe he just wants to feel the click.
Yeah. Now I'm although really wishing we had pretend that we could hear the click.
What are you talking about,
Click.
James?
You know,
Click.
some men deny the existence of the click, but a real man knows how to work it.
Boo.
This has
Okay.
been Failed Sexual Innuendos with Sam.
I got it. I enjoyed it.
Oh, I understood it.
Doesn't mean that it didn't fail.
Half moist over here.
What? No. What? No. This has been failed social interactions with Philip.
I think that's been.
So, as you guys approach the gate, a guardsman out and goes, "Hail, and what do you bring?"
Wine from the Wizard of Wines.
He's not actually a wizard.
We've gone and found that out for you.
He sends line down. Burgermaster
Oh.
comes back up. Once again, the only black person you've seen in Barovia.
Okay.
Cool.
Neat.
Something I noticed flipping through the book.
I mean, we haven't seen most of the people that we've interacted with.
Yeah.
That's true. Everyone in Barovia could be black, as far as you know.
I thought they were.
I thought they were all blue from what I've seen in the book.
Yeah, they have been very sad.
I never know what to call darker skinned people in D&D because I'm like, you're not African.
Yeah. I just dark skinned
Yeah.
is.
When I say dark skinned, but I'm like, so is he just tanned? I don't know.
Oh yeah, I've had that happen in books too, where they like describe someone as dark skinned, and then later they describe them as tanned, and I was like, oh, I was imagining him as black.
Ah, yeah, I thought you were black. Okay.
Guess those don't exist in this
Yeah.
book.
This has been awkward discussions of depictions of race and media.
I
the
know at
guys.
least
It wasn't
for
awkward
I know
to-
for at least for Forgotten Realms because they do break humans into their
Oh yeah,
fantasy
sure.
ethnicities, so you can't
Right,
Well,
right.
do
the
that.
the
but
human in the D&D
Yeah.
book is black.
yeah,
Like,
right.
Anyway, getting us off this topic.
Yeah.
The burgomaster comes up, or the baron, or whatever you want to call him, comes up and he goes, "I see you brought the wine.
we
We
certainly
have.
did.
At
As
great
requested.
cost. Now open
Then-
the doors.
As you have upheld your end of the deal, I shall hold up mine. Welcome to Kresk."
Yeah.
As he says that, the gates open, allowing you guys inside.
Well,
did.
thank you for your.
Oh, right to the page.
Yay.
Nailed it.
Good job.
First try.
So,
There are only sketches in the 3.5 book.
the mist-shrouded village beyond the wall is nothing more than a scattering of humble wooden cottages and dirt roads that stretch between stands of snow-dusted pine trees. So many trees, in fact, as to constitute a forest. To the northeast, gray cliffs rise sharply, and the road winding up the abbey is easy to see from this vantage. In fact, all directions north are mountains. The Baron comes down. There he goes, and he formally introduces himself to you as Baron Fuck, what's his name?
Aaron,
Fuck,
what's
what's his name?
Fuck you guys.
Oh, that's his last name.
Yeah, that's his surname. F-U-K. U-G.
And he kind of reaches out his hand and goes, Dmitry Kreskov.
Oh, wait. We knew that.
So I formally welcome you to our village.
At least I had it written.
Fortunately, we don't have really kind of any inn or anywhere to stay, but if you're willing to do some chores, you can stay with me and my wife.
Well, I suppose it's not the worst way to earn your keep.
Yeah, especially when you sleep on walls.
I hear it. Also, the beds are taken. You had one, he had one. Not really one for cuddling.
Wrath is always the big spoon.
Except for Squeaker's here. He's...
Oh yeah, that's right. You still have that.
Yeah.
I figured Squeakers was the big spoon.
We could have sacrificed him and saved Neffy a long time ago.
Yep. If only Flinmo wasn't so selfish.
You got
I'm
better off out of
sorry.
it.
I mean, they are right.
You have no inn. Is there a tavern?
Not really. People mostly meet in each other's homes.
Where's this wine going to?
It would come to my house and then be distributed amongst the people.
Just communally, or do you sell it, or how's that work?
Mostly trade. We don't really deal much in currency inside the walls. We generally live as a community. Most people raise their own livestock and either raise livestock, grow vegetables, or have some other trade that we all communally give to each other.
Do you have a tansman?
Yes, I do.
Tell me about the Abbey. I'll say, looking up at the cliffside.
The Abbey. None of us really go up there anymore. We hear strange sounds from it at all hours of the night, and
I'd heard Crest described as a holy city. Is that no longer true?
The abbot still seems a holy man, but I fear what may go on inside those walls.
I guess even the brightest may fall to darkness.
We do still have our spring, which you're welcome to take of. It resists corruption like no other waters in these lands.
Interesting.
I have need of it. Looking to take in Flinmo Arena. I will find you before the sun sets. Did he gesture in a direction? Turn to the bird.
Yeah. You head over to the Tansman. He's around like here.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I'll go to the Tansman first.
Oh, you wanted to go to the.
I'll stop at the Tansman and then go to the spring.
I think it's just
Okay.
That'll work.
After Roth heads
I know
off,
what I said.
Arena kind of turns around and looks through and goes, I hear something calling.
Have you always had psychic powers? Is that a new occurrence?
Since we entered this town.
Can any of us hear it?
Coming from, and I'll just kind of look over my shoulder.
To the Abbey.
Yeah.
No, it's coming from the north.
The mountains?
No, it's closer than that. Come with me.
I'll follow.
Might as well.
Yep.
I'm intrigued, but not present.
Nayla, you're of course welcome to journey with us as long as you wish. I don't know what you...
So as you guys pass through this walled forest that is Krezk, it really is like little cottages in the woods. It's really fucking cool.
Really Fucking cool.
So you guys reach.
It must be named after the Burgermeister's family name.
Under gray skies, this pool at the north end of the village shimmers and sparkles. Near its shore sits an old gazebo on the verge of collapse. A wooden statue of a mournful, bare-chested man, its paint chipped and faded, stands in the gazebo with arms outstretched, as though waiting to be embraced.
Must resist.
Don't even.
Yeah.
Does the gazebo look hostile?
No, God! Damn it.
You're welcome.
Um,
You're all welcome.
You said something's in there, like, looks like its arms are outstretched. What was that?
The statue in the gazebo is of a man whose arms are outstretched.
Oh, it's a statue. I just heard a man.
Yeah.
Jesus wants a hug.
So Arena has been kind of slowly but determinedly walking this way. And as she reaches the pool's edge, an image appears in its crystal blue waters. A handsome youth of kind and noble visage. The sadness in his eyes turns to sudden joy. Tatiana, he says, it has been so long. Come, my love, let us be together at last.
Who?
Arena grasps and puts her hand on her heart. My beloved Sergei, in life you were a prince and a man of faith. We were to be married long ago. Has this blessed pool called your spirit to me? She reaches towards the water's surface as a hand of water rises up to take hers.
I cast levitate on her.
You like doing that, don't you?
It's a good way to keep people safe.
Okay.
I was just gonna try to tackle her. So
So as Arena
Yeah.
Also, I'm small and weak.
reaches
saying,
towards
probably
this
better
this
than
watery hand with a joy greater than you've ever seen on her face, you levitate her up into the air, and the hand disappears back into the water as the form of the young man is filled with such great sorrow as he disappears.
Are you
As this
aware-
happens,
Okay.
a peal of thunder shakes the land, and dark clouds coalesce into a terrible visage, the face of Strahd himself, as deep, dark voice from beyond the mountains cries out, "She is mine!" A terrible crack resounds as blue lightning splits the sky and strikes the pool. And you can all give me a dexterity
Hold
check.
Coke. Whoa. I'll
What'd
be
you say?
right back.
You can all give me a dexterity check.
I'm gonna start running towards the lightning strike.
Is it
That's
a
cool.
Yeah.
check or saving throw?
You
I
can
can-
all give me
it doesn't
a
matter.
dexterity check. It's a saving throw, though.
Oh, okay.
oh, that is a different thing.
Yeah, it's written as check, but it functions as a saving throw.
You can re-roll that one.
Good.
Oh, that was a 1?
That was one.
Oh, I thought it was a 7.
I got a 17.
13.
13.
Tegan, you stay on your feet. The other two of you are blown backwards.
Do I need to make a Constitution saving throw to maintain my levitate?
Yeah.
Okay. Plus 5. 16.
Okay.
Okay. It's not like she'd get hurt if it broke. She'd just gently float down, but still. Are you aware of what you were just saying and doing?
She's just kind of floating there. You
Yeah.
flipped her around to face you, or is she just...
She can spin herself around. I only control her up and down.
I remember now. I remember everything.
Who is
That was Sergei, my betrothed.
you or Tatiana?
One and the same.
Really?
And who is Tatiana?
She was... I can't describe it, but she was to be Strahd's younger brother's bride.
Strahd's younger brother's bride. And now
Yes.
Strahd seems to think he has claim to Tatiana, or you, I guess.
Look, none of this is clear or simple. I think he must have fancied me for himself. I don't know. Have you ever remembered an entire lifetime in an instant?
Partially.
I'm gonna set her down, by the way.
Roth, you're here.
I come out, axe bared, hollering and screaming, "Ah!" Looking for something to cleave my axe into. And
As you get there, the
one
gazebo
new
collapses.
person.
Come at me, fam.
It's
Roth, as you arrive, the gazebo collapses.
Oh,
oh, I see you took care of the gazebo.
wait, weren't we in the gazebo?
No, we
No.
were
No.
by the water's edge.
Oh, okay. Is the statue
There
still
was
whole?
a visage of Strahd.
No.
Mm.
What
And
happened? Did he appear?
a visage, a vision of him,
And the clans.
and we were struck by a loud sound, and Irina has recalled some of her past life, it seems.
The life of an ancestor.
No,
I
her
know.
own life.
Ancestor, my own, I don't know. I can tell you that I was a little girl and I grew up here, so obviously I'm not the same person.
Mm.
I don't know.
So you remember,
An omen of destiny.
you remember growing up twice.
Yes.
Intriguing.
A powerful omen. This has repercussions.
I don't think this should change anything of what we were doing here. We're still trying to find you a place to stay safe from Strahd. And
No place will be safe until the creature is dead and hacked to pieces and burned.
well, we can't do much about that. And I don't think Tatiana or Irina can do anything about that. So right now, we're trying to find a place to be safe and possibly prepare for the worst.
Mayhaps if we cleanse the evil from the Abbey, this city will be safe for us to stay in longer.
Agree. We should prepare the morning.
Yes, I think at the very least we should pay the abbot a visit and see what has been brought to this peaceful town. I don't like the sound of it.
Neither do I.
You hear the bell of the abbey toll, and you hear strange screams coming from above.
Well, I don't see why we can't go check that out now.
It's unsettling.
We should probably go investigate it now, right?
How late in the day is it?
It is pretty much sundown,
Yeah.
dusk.
We'll take after it in the morning.
Well, I suppose.
Perhaps we can get some more information from Sir Kriskoff before going in blindly.
Do that. I'm going to take care of a few things. A few things this evening. I'll be back in the morning. I have things to do. And unless anyone has anything else to say or at, he's gonna go back to the Tansman and care of the rest from there.
Cool. You guys heading over to the Baron's house?
Yeah, I guess so.
Cool. As you walk, I'm gonna get some more water because I am parched.
Awesome.
Be back in 5.
Yeah. Take a quick break. Quick break. Quick
Quick
break.
break.
Quick break.
And we're back.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh,
Oh,
red dude.
oh
No, launch the thing.
Oh.
Launch the
Oh.
game.
Oh, why did it?
Oh god.
I don't know. What did you do?
I didn't do anything wrong.
Go back to Kraken fix.
No, it's fine.
Chris, why did you do that?
I didn't even touch that. I think Sam did something.
I believe it.
If all else fails,
Clearly,
blame the DM.
I am blameless.
D&D Beyond.
That's why we blame you.
Yeah, because if we blame you and then you're blameless, then
The blame just dissipates.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought it went to Scott.
No, that's just you.
That's
I
not
believe
just me.
I don't think anyone else does it anymore.
Okay. You four head back to the Burgermaster's house.
Us three, actually.
Three.
He's leaving.
There's
I said
the little
4.
Rena.
And Rena counts as a person.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. Actually, she almost counts as 2 now.
Actually, Nayli's also gonna split off and stealth and go do her own thing, based on
Okay.
what you told me.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, like, as we were walking back,
Mm-hmm.
Nayli, you should feel no compulsion to aid us on our.
As you turn to look at Nayli, she's done the Batman and is gone.
All right then. I just can't have this conversation, I guess, because
I
it's the second
guess.
time I've tried.
You tried.
The
You
first
got
time
it
you were struck by
started,
lightning.
and then
You'll
lightning
get
happened.
there. You'll get
It's
there.
okay. She'll show back up later.
Ugh.
Yep.
And then you'll get over your social anxiety.
And then she'll die.
To be fair, she
Yeah,
is,
probably.
No.
she has expertise in intimidation, so like she
Hopefully-
can be very intimidating.
Hopefully, at least one of us will die before Ivani's next character.
We can only
To be fair,
We
I
already
was very
know Joe's
okay
notes, and
with
it's
Sarah's
you.
death.
Ivani basically asked me to kill Saris, so
Yeah.
I can understand.
and it wasn't as much as death as it was very assisted suicide.
Yeah.
And also, who's to say she's even dead?
She
Shut
might
up.
be undead.
Shut up.
I might have plans for her. Anyway,
We'll have to make her re-dead.
Mm-hmm.
you guys come back to near the walls. The biggest house in Krezk is still not that big of a house.
Where are the orange roofs?
Oh, I see one.
There's one.
This one's a pretty big deal because it's got 2 floors.
Oh, yeah.
What?
It's actually the only house in Krezk that has 2 floors.
What?
And as you knock on the door, it opens and you are greeted by a woman with actually the same skin tone as the Baron.
Neat.
And he goes, "Hello, I am Baroness Kreskov. Kreskova. How must be the adventurers that have come to town."
Oh, they do the Russian thing.
Yep.
Last names.
What was her first name?
She didn't give it yet.
Oh, okay. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Flinmo Goodheart. These are my companions.
Tegan.
Wonderful to meet you.
And, well, I don't want to. I'm not going to introduce her. Yeah. I'm
Or-
not going to
or-
introduce her
yeah.
for her because
Yeah.
she wants to keep her identity kind of hidden.
If she even knows what her identity is anymore.
Trying to find her name.
Yeah, that's a little rough.
We'll say Anna.
It's a good name.
I should just like, you can call me Anna. Come in.
I see what you did there.
Welcomes you in. I didn't do anything.
Bram Stoker.
What?
I was just going for a name that I like. It's actually
Oh, well,
coincidental.
Anna was the name of the girl that was taken.
I know who Anna was in
Yeah,
Bram
I was
Stoker's
telling you.
Dracula.
Yeah, I didn't know Sam.
You think I'm running Strahd and don't know that fucking thing back to
You
back?
didn't. I asked who it was.
Yeah.
Everything is about me, damn it!
Yeah. Some people aren't as well versed in Gothic literature as you are, Sam.
That's
We
true.
have to enlighten.
I didn't
Wes.
read that for my 10th grade English class project.
I
haven't
read it willingly.
I haven't read it at all. I just know.
I read it willingly.
I just remember that Sam did.
Yeah.
I read the wiki. I have no fucking clue. But that is what I would do.
Someday we'll all get together and watch Francis Ford Coppola's Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Oh, I have shipped
It's
that
a,
DVD a lot.
It's a magical trash fire.
Is that
It does have Keanu Reeves as a London businessman
Oh, okay.
who says Budapest.
Is that the highlight of the film?
Him talking about how he's traveling to Budapest in the beginning of the film is actually one of the highlights.
It is a
Just
very.
because it's so weird hearing Keanu Reeves trying to do this accent.
Oh, okay.
The rest of it's also pretty bad.
Would you mind if we came in?
She just, please, and gestures you in.
Vampire.
No, I'm just trying to get the story moving along.
Now, if you're going to be staying with us, you will have to do a few chores around the house.
Yeah, of course. I could help someone desk some high corners.
That's a short joke.
It's a levitate joke.
Oh.
I raise Arena up real quick. It's a 10-minute bell.
Is Arena? Are you still levitating, Arena?
I mean, I set her on the ground until just now.
She kind of looks over and says, Flenmo, put me the fuck down.
Yeah, it's a demonstration.
I am out of fucking patience today.
I understand. A little levity obviously isn't the right.
Really?
Yeah, I tried. I figured one more might not hurt.
Arena just kind of slinks over to the corner and just kind of slides down the wall and puts her head in her hands.
I can slide her down gently.
No.
That sounds wrong.
Yeah, but I control her up and down, so.
That still.
That sounds
wrong.
worse, James.
Look, levitate's a fun spell, guys. Lighten up.
This has been James Weird Fetishes. It's sad. Hashtag King Shame James.
That's rude. But of course we don't mind helping out around the house.
Yeah, she hands Tegan the axe and tells him to go chop wood.
I'll grunt and go.
Man, good thing I'm not there. I don't chop wood.
Well, you just rip it in half.
Like Captain America.
I mean, we don't cut down like. Well, I guess we chop wood. We don't cut down trees, though.
I think this is the second time that reference has been made.
No.
So,
Well,
It is.
well, yeah, because last episode he said he ripped one of the tree guys in half like that.
that's
They're
right,
not
Yep.
trees.
that's
They're
right.
tree people. They're more people than trees, so I'm allowed to cut them down.
Actually, they're more tree than people.
Well, shit.
Look like tree, walk like people. Tree.
If I had been more aware of this part of your backstory, I would have been guilting you over this.
What?
Uthgard refrained from chopping down living trees.
Weird.
Who?
The Uthgard are the North tribes people that Wrath is a part of.
Who?
Uthgard.
No, who's Wrath?
Yeah.
Sorry, Philip, I'm not a Virgin Forgotten Realms fan. I'm a Chad Warhammer player.
Got it.
Flinmo, you help her out with the livestock.
Mm-hmm.
Feed the chickens.
Yeah, feed the chickens and the pigs.
Levitate chickens. No, I don't do that. That's a waste of a spell slot.
I was gonna ask, are you spending a spell slot to do some shtick with a chicken?
Minute. Twin
Yeah,
cats.
it's efficient.
Then he can pretend to juggle chickens.
I know it's kind of
Bailey just shows up in a tree, like put them down, and then goes away.
No, I don't waste to levitate on that. I am serious that if they want some dusting done in like the upper corner, so I will.
Even
They don't
Rosie
get-
sighed in exasperation
It
at
doesn't
that.
get done often.
The lady Kreskova thought that was a joke about how short you are. So
That's what I thought it was when he made the joke the first time.
Oh, sure. Kinda.
Maybe we would have left.
Roth, you are still hanging out with the Tansmen or what?
Yeah. So I was waiting for them to finish. So the idea of my plans are I'm gonna need to pay the Tansmen 10 gold to
That's fair.
sure, and then actually I planned on I need to leave the town gates and go into the woods. As
Okay.
As is tradition.
Yeah, as is tradition. For it has been now 14 nights and the new moon rises.
Okay.
But yeah, travels into the eastern woods of Kresk.
Oh, the eastern woods.
Yeah.
Eastern Woods?
Yes.
I thought you said Weester.
Yeah.
I was actually got to make that joke later in the show because of the maps in this module.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they rotate them weird.
You see how the Abbey is faced up here?
Mm-hmm.
They turn it 90 degrees counterclockwise.
Oh, in the actual map.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's annoying.
That's dumb.
But yeah, go into the woods. Branches and stones are gathered to make this shape.
I never actually saw the gate there.
Except because of the camera, it's being mirrored left to right, but that's fine.
Yeah.
A fire lit in its center.
Okay.
And a prayer is said for the lost and departed.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nayli, what are you up to?
Investigating things.
Cool.
I don't know if they're allowed to know yet.
Roll me investigation.
Ooh. Secret stuff. Secret stuff.
That is a 21, not 20.
You find a few clues that do point to your original suspicions.
So big. Love it.
But you won't know anything concrete until you investigate the source.
Cryptic.
I like it.
Shrouded in mist and mystery.
Is there mist?
Yeah, I think he said this town was pretty misty,
I think
as
this
I
whole
recall when
like,
we entered.
Oh yeah, I
place
guess
is
everything's
misty.
misty, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's kind of how we got here.
yeah.
Well, yeah, but
That was fog. This is mist.
They're kind of interchangeable in Barovia.
But yeah, out in the woods, a fire is lit, prayers are spoken. Wrath mourns the loss of his wife, the loss of his daughter, the loss of Nephi, the loss of Saris, and prayers and offerings are given to Ula, the mother of night. And let's see what I can
Cool.
sacrifice to the fire.
Chicken?
I don't have a chicken.
Ah.
We already ate those chickens.
More chickens.
I don't have more chickens.
It's because
Pastries?
you went out with the damn chicken.
Maybe.
So,
Figure it
Nayli,
out.
are you planning on showing up at the Baron's house or just kind of spending the night out?
Oh, I'm definitely spending the night
I
out.
was asking Nayli, not you.
Oh, sorry.
I know you're going to be out there all night.
Oh, yeah.
She'll eventually return.
What is eventually, you think?
Like in maybe 2-3 hours.
Okay, cool. So, as you guys are all kind of sitting down for dinner, which is a nice rabbit stew, the Baron comes in and kind of shakes off his cloak and hangs it by the door. And as he does, you kind of see his demeanor change from, like, you know, the statesman, the Baron, the leader of his people, to a man who is very tired and very pained. As he walks over and, you know, he kisses his wife and sits down for dinner. So, what brings you all to Kresk?
Shelter. Someone that isn't constantly having parties to try and make things feel better, and then publicly executing people hours later.
Oh, so you've been through the lucky then.
Indeed. Thus far, this has been the most peaceful town we've been to.
The walls keep most of the darkness of the land out, though. Some do sneak in from time to time.
Wrath climbs over the wall.
Yeah. I don't say.
It seems every corner of this land is bereft with evil. It's pleasant to see that you're able to make the best of it in what ways you can here.
I know you seem
We'll
tired.
try.
You don't seem defeated, which is a nice change of pace. Vigilance can be exhausting. I understand that, but you can't just give up, which a lot of people seem to have done.
This life wears you down.
So,
Tegan, you did notice while you were out back chopping woods, there are 4 graves behind the house.
do you have something on your mind today? You seemed, well, actually, I don't know if this is your normal demeanor when you get home, or if this is something new, but we're here to confide in if you'd like.
I love it. I
You
love
can roll me persuasion on that one, but
Elf.
It's not my foot in my mouth, I'm just
Roll
being
persuasion.
quiet. Oh, yeah, sure. I'm good at that. 16.
my wife has borne me 4 beautiful children over our life together. I have buried all 4 of them.
Has it been natural causes or attacks?
2 attacks and 2 natural causes.
Was it anything in particular that attacked?
Just the creatures of this land.
Well, I'm assuming they might have wandered outside the walls.
Yes.
Well, I can understand why you're so hesitant to let people in, and I am appreciative that you let us in. Actually, we were planning on taking a look at the Abbey, making sure we can at least make that a little safer for your town.
Be careful.
Always. But we're here to help, among other things.
I do not know the abbot's goals. He has been here a very long time.
And has he always been like this?
It's hard to say. Many years ago, a priestess of the Morning Lord, Markovia herself, led an uprising against Strahd. It was one of the more successful. It's said that she battled Strahd from the crypts of Castle Ravenloft to the very parapets before she was thrown down upon the earth to die.
And this temple is dedicated to her?
The Abbey, yes. I don't know when the current abbot showed up. I can tell you he hasn't seemed to age a day in a very long time. I don't know what he's doing there, but everyone in this town can tell you they've woken up to strange sounds or screams from the Abbey, and more recently, some strange sounds in the night.
Do people go missing? Or Or do people wander up there?
The living don't go missing.
I see.
Is that the same for your children? You say the living don't go missing. Is that something to be concerned about for your family?
Yes.
Are they still buried currently?
As far as I know.
Hopefully we can take care of it before they disturb the rest of your children.
It sounds like a blight upon what otherwise would be a very peaceful, out of the way town. We're looking for somewhere safe to at least avoid the ire of the lord of this land. And even if nowhere is perfectly safe, this at least seems like as close as we might be able to get.
Or respite at the very least.
I
Well-
can't make you any promises, but
I don't ask for any.
thank you.
But tomorrow I think we'll go pay the Abbey a visit and see what the deal is.
Very well. Be safe, and I ask that you act with caution and wisdom while you are there. Whatever you do in there may come down upon my people once you have left.
Understood. We'll be sure to be thorough as well. Make sure there's no strings left untied. Or loose ends, whatever. No, I appreciate the concern.
You may ask that foreigner Nayli for assistance. She's been investigating the disappearances.
Alright. It's good to have more allies. She seems sturdy, at the very least.
You don't know that.
You have a giant ass shield, don't you?
Under
Not
a
that,
cloak.
not that you guys could see.
Oh.
Under your, like, the cloak itself probably, like, looks pretty hefty and sturdy if it's over armor.
True.
That's what the level in Rogue's for. She hides it.
You sneaky paladin.
I didn't even notice level in rogue.
That's how good she is.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the meal and the bed. I'll probably turn
You are
in quite a stressful few days.
I can only imagine. I believe I'll be retiring myself. The Baron gets up, helps his wife clean up from dinner, and they both go upstairs.
Man, what a downer.
Understandably so.
That wasn't in character.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't say it in a grim, dark, edgy voice.
Yeah,
That's
clearly. Different voice.
No, not clearly edgy.
I don't have anything else to do.
Well, I honestly kind of wish we had the children with us. I feel it's kind of a hole that they have right now. And instead we left it in the burden of a family that already has two of their own.
It would have been a dangerous road to bring them this far.
It definitely would have. Merely about what could have been, I suppose.
Hmm.
Would have liked to bring them a little bit of something for all the help they've done up to this point. I'm sure they'll provide more shelter for us in the future. And they are the backbone of the city. If they're happier, the town will too.
Well, there's not much to be done about it now.
Why not?
Hmm.
You plan on coming with us, right, Arena?
Yeah. Yes, I think so.
And I'm
If you-
sure Wrath will be back at some point, maybe.
If you need time to collect yourself, that would be understandable.
I don't want to speak
Yeah,
for Pagan, but I'm here to lend an ear if you need it. I'm sure he is too.
Grunt.
Maybe not much more than an ear.
Positive grunt.
I think I'll need some
Grunt.
time.
Taken +5. Grunt. Taken -5.
There's a number of beds kind of down here on the floor, and she takes one and kind of turns over and goes to sleep.
Same, fam.
I take a nice cozy spot in a corner.
Good, you get to wake up when I show up.
Sure.
Speaking of that, as Flinmo is kind of settling down and drifting off the... Mainly, are you trying to stealth into the house, or...
Yes.
Okay, roll me stealth.
To quietly enter.
That is an 18.
All right, Flinmo, what's your passive perception?
Plus
Plus
7.
Oh, passive?
Cool. Me too.
11. I did roll it and got a 19, but you...
Well, as you're kind of drifting off, you're not really
Yeah.
active, so...
No, I'm not proficient in that. I just have a 13 wisdom.
Okay.
Wrath falls asleep in the woods, watching the fire die. He sees visages of his fallen comrades that he has mourned dance in the flames. Happy moments, but mostly sad ones.
Yeah. Sadness and guilt.
Lots of guilt.
Yep. Tegan,
Yup, that's me.
you awaken to the sound of a bell tolling and horrid screams from up by the abbey.
Like the same screams they had heard earlier.
Different, but similar.
Oh, okay.
I'll go to the window and just kind of look out towards the abbey.
You don't see anything.
Yeah, I'm just, I'm not gonna leave to go on my own right now. But
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't know it grabbed it. Apologies.
I think Chris just saw the conference mic's life flash before his eyes.
Well, the conference mic's all the way over there. This was.
It was,
yeah.
it was mainly the coaster that was given to him for his birthday.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Chris. I didn't know it stuck to it.
it's not a big deal.
Oh,
No,
well.
it was just startling.
Yeah.
Is all.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna have to get a new character sheet now.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh well.
It bled through from the ink on the back.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
Character sheet down.
I know what it all says.
Adds character
Yeah.
to your character sheet.
Yeah. I'll probably
Yeah.
end up leaving it until it's just like completely useless. Or I've
All right.
through the page.
So as you guys kind of rise with the dawn the next day,
I arrive banging.
Nayli's
wall.
Nayli's in the room with you guys now. Roth, they let you in the gate.
When do you get it back here? Well,
Last
Hey.
night.
Presumably, she was there when I woke in the middle of the night.
Yeah, you were kind of still half tired to notice.
Yeah.
or for it to like make a big impression.
Sure.
I mean,
I had-
she is slightly a nightlight.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
Yin Low.
I'm gonna go up north to the spring and dunk my head in
Okay.
and begin bathing.
Oh yeah, he wasn't there for the horrible weirdness that happened up there.
No, but I mean, I
Yeah,
heard.
no,
heard
I'm
of it.
not fucking touching that.
I mean,
part.
otherwise the mayor had said it was
The
a
water
pure
they'd been
spring that
using.
had never
Yeah.
succumbed to the corruption of the land.
Yeah.
As you go to dunk your head in, the water does seem a little less crystal blue than it did the day before.
Hmm. Ruh-roh.
Or Raggy.
Well, I mean, for all I know, that's just because the sun has yet barely risen and it's not at full zenith, so the light reflection level just isn't optimal at this time.
Roth, as you do, being from Uthgard, werewolfism is part of who you are and your genetic makeup, right?
Yes, I was born a werewolf.
Okay, cool.
Although I think there's lots of diseases that also affect your DNA.
It's
I
fine,
wonder how
wouldn't
much
worry
different
about
it is from just contracting lycanthropy.
It's different enough.
Different enough.
No, I'm just curious.
But yeah,
like in
bathing,
Cool.
cleaning my gear and weapons. Seeing as, at least as far as I'm aware, very few of us have cleaned or bathed since we fought the.
Okay, you've now cleaned all of your dirty, disgusting things in the town's drinking water.
Yep, it's a spring.
yeah, they only have one source of water in this entire town. It's that.
It's fine.
It doesn't have a river going into it.
It'll be fine.
Baron finds out
Where
what's
else do
going on.
they?
Mainly, I
Where
need to
else do
kill
they
somebody.
bathe?
They
In
probably
their
bring
homes.
water to their home.
That's weird. Why would you clean off the dirt where you sleep? You clean out your dirt other places.
Where you drink, apparently.
You boil it first. And make it into stew. Duh.
Rats.
Okay. So,
I'm neutral.
as you guys
What?
rise and eat breakfast, Roth, I'm gonna guess you show up.
I mean, I don't know where the house is, so.
You passed it coming in. It's the one closest to the.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, but I just didn't know that I knew that it was the.
No, he gestured to his house. When he saw
Oh,
you.
right, yeah, when we first came in the gate. I remember that now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, unless they find me first, I'll head there after
Cool.
cleaning.
Roth shows up
Yeah.
damp,
Is everyone ready?
glistening in the morning dew.
Mm-hmm. You.
Ew.
Dew.
Yeah, we're gonna go check out the Abbey.
Yeah.
Make sure everything's.
I heard more screams in the night. Very unsettling.
Whatever it is, we'll put it in.
Arena kind of said to you guys and goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna take you up on the offer and stay here and
Take as much time.
sort this all out."
That's fine.
Probably stay away from the spring. For now.
It was fine when I left it this morning.
I meant for her.
Yeah. You kind of missed it. The whole like water wanted to grab her. And then it was struck by
Right.
lightning by Strahd.
We'll see.
Oh, that's why the gazebo was smoldering.
I heal my 2 hit points from the hunt.
I get my level.
Oh, and I get my hit
Yeah.
dice back, and I cast Goodberry.
Neat.
Ah, good.
I eat the last of my jam rolls because otherwise they're just gonna go bad. 3-day-old jam rolls are better than 2 or 1-day-old jam rolls.
Mm-hmm.
It works the same as stew.
Cooking with Roth. Cooking with Roth. It's apparently a show.
And here's a jam roll I prepared 3 days from now.
So,
It doesn't work like that. You don't know me. You don't know my life.
Time traveling werewolves.
the switchback road that hugs the cliff is 10 feet wide and covered with loose gravel and chunks of broken rock. The ascent is slow and somewhat treacherous, and the air grows colder as one nears the top. The switchback road climbs about 400 feet into the air.
Higher up than I thought it was.
Yeah. So I guess the walk up is really steep.
Well, that's why it's a switchback.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, a switchback and also still pretty steep, it looks like.
I
Yeah.
mean, it stretches the whole.
I was
length of
about
the
to
town,
say,
yeah.
It goes the whole length of the hill.
Yeah. I guess I
Yeah.
don't have a good
Idea.
reference for how big this town is.
I mean,
That's okay.
3 houses fit inside 1 square.
I don't know if this is actually that.
Probably not.
Boom, map switch.
Oh, well,
Fade
we'll never
in.
know. It's 200 feet.
Or fade out.
I don't know if we're actually.
Yeah, we
Okay.
can't quite see anything yet, Sam.
Yeah, it's black for you guys.
Yep.
Probably as intended.
Yeah, it is. If you scroll down and to the left,
Nope.
Oh, yep, there we go. Oh, there we go. Oh no, someone's missing. Oh wait, no, there you are.
For
Oh,
once,
there
it's
you
not
are,
Flynn, though.
Barry.
Well, we'll
Yeah,
see. How
Tegan
that-
looked like a bush for a minute.
Oh, wait, wrong thing. I can move these two.
Yeah, only 2 people. 1.5 humans.
thought I fixed Flinmo.
Never.
Flinmo doesn't deserve to be fixed.
Naily does.
Naily does.
Wrath does.
Okay, babe?
I think I got 1 or 2 more good kids in me.
Never to spay and neuter your pets.
Still have a good track record.
She lived to the ripe old age of like 18. That's pretty decent.
Do Asimar have dark vision?
They do.
Cool.
Fun.
I think she also just glows.
I also glow.
Probably not a lot.
What was that for?
No,
Does
just
that glow give you a negative to your stealth?
possibly.
Because it should.
But at the same time, like,
It might during the day. It might not be noticeable. I would definitely potentially agree that like at night
Yeah.
or in dark environments, it would potentially.
So,
Maybe if
you guys are on the north side of the Abbey. In this map,
kind of like flexing.
left is north and up is east.
Up is east. Got it.
Yes. The road from the village climbs above the mist to the wide ledge on which the abbey is perched. A light dusting of snow covers the trees and the rocky earth. The gravel road passes between 2 small stone outbuildings, to either side of which stretches a 5-foot-high, 3-foot-thick wall of jumbled stones held together with mortar. Blocking the road are iron gates attached to the outbuildings by rusty hinges. They appear to be unlocked. Viewed through the gates, the stone abbey stands quiet. Its 2 wings are joined by a 15-foot-high curtain wall. A belfry protrudes from the rooftop of the closer north wing, which also sports a chimney billowing gray smoke.
Right. Might as well head right in.
So you want to open the gate?
Yep.
Apparently, you don't have water at my place.
Oh,
Ruh-roh.
Ooh, that stinks.
They're doing
It's
repairs
going
or
to.
something.
Oh, okay.
Well, they've been doing repairs, and I've been getting emails about it all day.
yeah.
So, the fact that it's still off is a problem.
Yeah.
demand discounted rent.
They don't give a shit. We're moving in November.
So you just want to open the gates?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. As you guys open the gates, it squeals quite loudly. and you hear movement as two disfigured figures appear. The one up top here,
Mm-hmm.
he is 4 foot 9 inches tall and squats instead of standing upright. He looks like a beardless dwarf with patches of donkey flesh covering his face and body.
Mm-hmm.
He has one human ear and one wolf's ear, and a protruding wolf's snout and fangs. His arms and hands are human, but his legs and feet are leonine, and he has a donkey's tail.
Huh.
He wears a plain wool cloak.
Chimera.
One next to him stands 4'7". The left side of her face and body is covered with lizard scales, the right with tufts of gray wolf fur. Between these tufts is pale human skin. One of her eyes is that of a feline, and her fingers and hands resemble cat's paws with opposable thumbs. She has a gruff voice and wears a gray cloak with black fur trim. "Who are you?" she says.
We've come to speak with the abbot.
"Very well, follow us."
Well,
And
I
they lead
already
you.
don't trust this place.
I was
Do
expecting.
you say that out loud, or
No one sees the abbot. No way, no how. Hello.
This figure has a cat paw, and your figure has
A
a
donkey
donkey
tail.
face
Donkey tail.
and face.
He had a wolf snout.
Oh, he had donkey skin.
please wait here, as they leave. And you guys find yourselves.
Ever seen such a creature?
So as you guys came in here, you passed by the entrance. 15-foot high curtain wall joins the abbey's two wings. Behind its battlements, two guards stand at attention, their features obscured by fog. Below them, set into the wall, is a pair of 10-foot tall wooden doors reinforced with bands of steel. To the right of these doors, mounted on the wall, is a tarnished copper plaque. As you came in, you could read the plaque, and it said, St. Markovia's Abbey. May her light cure all illness.
Do I recognize those kinds of creatures?
You recognize parts of them.
Yeah.
Well, is there a check, maybe?
Yeah, you can try to roll me nature.
Yeah, those aren't natural though. I got a 7.
You can try to roll me Arcana.
Sure.
Sam, do we
Yeah.
see something to, I guess, our
He
characters
said-
left?
Yes, he said we saw a shrouded figure over there.
I thought he.
Actually, I didn't, but
Oh,
the thick fog that fills this courtyard swirls as if eager to escape. The courtyard is surrounded by a 15-foot high curtain wall on which stand several guards with their backs to you. Or so it seemed at first. It's clear now that these guards are merely scarecrows. Wooden doors to the north and east lead to the abbey's two wings. In the center of the courtyard is a stone, well fitted with an iron winch, to which a rope and bucket are attached. Along the perimeter, tucked under the overhanging wall, are several stone sheds with padlocked wooden doors, as well as 3 shallow alcoves that contain wooden troughs. 2 wooden posts pounded into the rocky earth have iron rings bolted to them, and chained to one of them is a short humanoid with bat wings and spider mandibles. The quiet is shattered by horrible screams coming from the sheds.
I'm going to go walk over to this creature to the attached to the post.
you said there were
Same.
screams coming from the sheds?
Yes.
I want to run towards the sheds. Like,
Okay.
someone is in danger right now.
Do the screams sound like people?
They sound like horrible things that should not be.
There's horrible things that should not be being created right now and are in pain. And I still want to go and take care of that.
I
So,
want to know what we're getting into first.
Yeah. I'll
Just
hesitate.
1 second here, guys.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, if it was people, I would be running, but since it's not, no.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Not willing to help, not people. Racist.
Tegan, are you just hanging out?
You're also not.
I'm people.
I'll
Everything.
I'll
Anything and
follow
everything can be
behind
people.
them at a distance, but just kind of looking
It's
everywhere
I meant
warily.
ruin.
Roth and Nayli, the creature chained to this post flaps its leathery wings and takes to the air, but doesn't get far before its chains go taut. She flutters about madly, screaming nonsense.
We're not. Can I attempt to calm it? And is it
Uh,
an animal handling or a persuasion?
I don't know. What do you think?
Animal suasioning.
Animal persuasion.
I like animal handling. I can do that. Let's see if that does anything.
It stands about 4 feet 5 inches tall and has a hunched posture. Long, stringy black hair hides much of her face, but clearly visible are the spider mandibles and teeth that replace her human mouth. She has the arms and wings of a bat, as well as a cloven hoof in place of her right foot.
I'm not gonna lie. I think we're gonna have to fight our way out of this place.
Perhaps.
That's fine.
Turn to Nayli. What can you bring to a fight?
She takes the cloak off.
Mm-hmm.
See the big ass shield?
Good.
And a big ass sword.
No, glaive.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
still strapped
right.
to her back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't you have a sword?
No,
It's,
glaive.
I have a rapier,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
but
For your main weapon.
But
my
yeah,
main
so
my main weapon
attempting
is the glaive.
to calm this creature, I make a 17 animal handling check. Just trying to calm it, almost like you would.
Okay. As you approach, it looks completely terrified and does try to, like, swipe at you, but the length of its chain stops it.
Well,
James, you wanted to investigate these sheds over here?
Yeah.
Each of the sheds is fitted with an iron padlock.
That's not a problem.
You want to open it?
Are there any windows?
Yeah, you can get a boost and look inside.
Tegan. Over here. If you have a sec.
I mean, I'm not the closest one.
I don't know where the sheds are. You have me next to.
They're right there to your
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're just past us.
I'm hanging back and like watching our back, essentially.
Nayli, you mind giving me a hand over here?
Sure.
Can I attempt to physically and attempt to restrain and without harming this creature tethered to the post?
I gotta look up grappling rules.
It's athletics opposed by acrobatics or athletic.
That's right. Roll your athletics, dude.
I got a 19. 19? 19.
Nayli's just gonna pick you up by the scruff.
Pick you up by your collar.
Yep, just like
I have a cloak now.
still picking you up by your clothes.
Yeah. I bought one. Well, I mean, I had like
yeah.
scraps of cloth before. Now I actually have something to grab.
Right, y'all had to some winter wear.
Well,
You successfully restrain her.
period.
I'm going to attempt to hold her until she like calms down, just trying to
Okay.
fight it.
She does not calm.
What is your name? We're not here to hurt you.
She does not calm.
Gotta tuck her out eventually. But yeah,
You underestimate her fear.
apparently. Can I tell
Flimbo,
that it's fear? Like a deep fear?
this is fear that is consuming.
Got it. I'm
All
gonna,
consuming.
you said it. She is attached to the post by chain.
Yes.
I would like to attempt to break the chain.
Okay.
So on and well.
No.
They will end just fine, I think.
Have we had a chance to look in the window?
Hang on.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do the
Assuming
window
everything's
first.
simultaneously.
Because obviously I tried to hold on to her for a while in an attempt to calm her, and obviously that isn't working out.
Yeah, we'll do them now. Flinmo, looking inside. This shed holds the shattered remains of several chicken coops. Shackled to the back wall is a wretched humanoid with bestial deformities.
Just being, like, held in there.
Yep.
Let's check the next one.
Moving on. Still holding him out of the floor.
Just
Just-
Yep. No, not even with both hands. It's just one.
Yep.
Just one.
the scanner.
You see
do
across all three,
Yep.
and even this one over here, you see the same different monstrosities chained up in these sheds.
Any recognizable features, maybe?
I mean, they are
What-
distorted
Stretching that.
humanoids, man, with varying animal
Oh,
likenesses upon them. Everything from
like that.
aquatic to birds to mammals to lizards.
I was hoping not to see anyone
Raising
that
my
looked
axe
like the
above
Duke's
my head.
kids.
What? We
Yeah,
don't know
name a grotesquerie and
They
you
would
can
look
see
like
it.
the Duke, kinda.
Ka-chunk!
Roth, that's
give
probably
me an
not a
attack.
good.
Roth, give me an attack.
Yeah, do I need to make an attack roll to hit the chain?
Yeah, just
Oh, okay. Then I got a 14 plus 9 is...
the chain breaks under your axe, and whatever this thing is, takes off immediately into the sky.
I guess levitate on it. Levitate will stop it from being able to move itself up and down.
It has wings.
Yeah, it can't move up and down. I control its up and down.
Okay, what's the
Actually-
save?
DC 15 Constitution.
I'm just wondering what your end goal is here. but-
Okay, it fails. It can no longer ascend upwards. It flies about in circles, screaming.
Anything we let leave this place is going to harm the town.
How do you know that? It's clearly a frightened beast. It should be freed.
It is
should be
whatever
not
is happening.
natural and does not belong in the ecosystem of this place.
And what do you know of this place's wilds and its creatures?
I don't know that it's not 4 or 5 animals sutured together.
There's no interpretation that would make this thing natural.
I'm going to use Divine
That doesn't
Sense.
mean it deserves to be.
Okay.
It does.
It does.
It has yet to it has not
Naily,
harm us.
Yes.
It's
coming from the north, so this area this way,
Mm-hmm.
over here, you see a divine light shining in the darkness of this land. Also, the horrifying darkness of Strahd peers down at you from atop Castle Ravenloft,
Of course it does.
and
Yes.
an
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
ancient, unknowable, unspeakable darkness slumbers to the south.
Oh boy.
Oh
right,
the witch.
Now, this says that I can also detect the presence of undead.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell if any of these creatures are undead?
They are not.
At the very least, we should have waited to meet the abbot before interfering with anything.
I have turned Divine Sense
I don't
off.
know how to explain this to him when he arrives. I say just like gesturing at the broken chain.
Perhaps we can chain it back up at the very least.
I don't trust any place that keeps such frightened creatures.
I
Right, I don't
certainly
either.
don't trust anything here.
But I'm not just gonna let whatever this man created, or otherwise, just roam free. We were told specifically that anything that happens here will affect the town, and I'm not gonna let this possibly affect the town that's shown us so much hospitality.
If that creature gets out and a week later it absconds with a child who thought he was safe behind the walls of this city,
then I will remove my right hand.
Better to take
Jump
care of
cut 2.
Well, I'm a man of my word. Whack.
it. I'm gonna lower it down like all the way to the ground next to the hole if I can.
Okay, it frantically flaps trying to gain ascent as you hold it in place, and it screams and cries,
Is it?
bringing more horrifying sounds from its brethren all around you.
I really wanted to wait until we talked to the guy before we killed anything.
I got this thing for 10 minutes.
I want to try to like rig something up to like try to fix the chain or to tie it back or something.
Okay,
I'm
do you have any
curious,
chain?
is this all guttural noises, or are they yelling in a language that we may or may not know?
Avani, it is a horrifying mix of guttural human speech and the sound of beasts. There are sounds made by beasts and sounds made by men, and sounds that neither should make.
Okay,
This is the third.
I gotcha. I gotcha.
We got you, fam.
It's good to know. I can speak other languages, so.
I speak a few as well. I just don't read any of them.
Which
Well,
one
that's-
do you speak?
I'm gonna
Common or I actually
So-
did that one.
As you're all doing this, a handsome young man in a brown monk's robe steps out the door and moves towards you all with the grace of a saint. Hello, travelers. I understand you've come far and wish to pay me a visit.
What have you done to these people and creatures?
Why are they here?
Answer the second question first. These are the remains of the Bellevue clan, never prosperous, but a clan of Barovians who I have taken in. Their transformations are quite unfortunate, and I have been forced to hold them in this abbey so that they might not run rampant and threaten the town of Kresik or possibly the rest of Barovia.
Unfortunate. Was
Yes, I would
your
say
doing?
it's not fortunate. The fate of the Bellevues has been an unfortunate side effect of some research for the betterment of this land.
This doesn't look like the betterment of anything.
Question. Does the creature that is currently levitating, is its fear directed or changed, or its attempted movements changed now that this man has entered the
Nope.
courtyard? No.
This thing seems equally afraid of everything.
Okay.
You look to be a hunter of sorts, am I correct?
Grunt.
Then you would obviously understand the need to occasionally harm one species or a portion of a species to protect the rest. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
Why are they so afraid? And what makes you so sure that they'd bring harm to others?
Most of them scream out of hunger or fear. They've descended into essentially being animals. That and other madness and maladies.
Is this your
Overtaken
doing
most of
or
them.
not? What has brought these creatures into being these twisted forms?
As I said, it is an unfortunate side effect of
What do you
research
mean?
I have
unfortunate side
undertaken.
effect?
Allow me to explain myself, please.
Sir, you're being very aggressive. Sir.
Work I have undertaken for the betterment of all of the people of this land, which the results of I am happy to show you.
You think that the
Give a
people
little
of
insight.
Kresk are bettered by hearing screams of terror all throughout the night?
And what would you have me do? Destroy all these poor creatures?
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
annihilate them and genocide them from this world?
No.
Can they offer anything to benefit society?
Are they?
So we
in
should
other
just
than-
destroy and kill all of the invalids and the elderly and those who do not benefit mankind?
You put them in pain. You are the one.
I have not
them-
put them in pain. Their existence is pain.
They
I am
exist
the
with
only
those-
one that cares for them and gives them food, shelter, and any form of a life beyond being killed for what they are.
But you,
You
put
did-
this life upon them.
And that is my sin to bear, which I accept, and I care for them.
Did you force them into this, or did they willingly comply with you?
The Bellevues wish to aid me in my research.
Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna roll insight
Neither
to
of
see if he's
you-
lying.
Go ahead.
I failed perfectly on that one.
Maybe not.
Maybe he's that.
Wait, no, hold on.
Wait for it.
Wait for it. I can do a thing.
You can do a thing.
I can do a thing.
You can do a thing.
Okay. Do a thing.
Ability check.
When you make a saving throw. Oh, that's an ability check. No,
What
it
is it?
said add a d8 to it.
Does it say that?
You can roll 1d8
Oh.
and add it to the result.
Where's it?
Oh, okay, so yeah, you had you
This one.
10 plus 6. Nice.
10. Was that plus this?
16.
Yeah, 16.
This man
Probably tricked them.
Just hang on a second. This man is being honest with you. What he is saying, he believes.
Mm.
When animals are injured and you cannot help them, you put them out of their misery.
So they're animals then, not people?
I look at the screaming thing on the ground.
Well, I mean, it's not on the ground, but.
It's on the ground. I brought it to the ground
Oh, okay.
because we were trying to get
Right.
it chained up.
Oh, okay.
What part of that still has any willpower or
Still has a will to live, to survive. Who are we to say that they... Who are we to take that decision away from them, to make
you
it for
did?
them?
You took the decision away when you performed your twisted experiments.
And thus, I have taken upon myself to care for them for the rest of their days.
By terrifying the townsfolk below.
And leaving them in internal agony until they die of a natural death, which maybe they can't even do.
Okay. Listen, I understand how this must all seem coming into this. Please come with me. Let me show you the fruits of this research so that we might better understand each other. Will you at least give me that chance?
I won't take my glaive out, but I'll follow him.
We need to secure this one. We are not letting it leave.
Fine. Tie the stupid chain.
Take some rope, tie the chain.
Yeah.
Okay. He beckons you all into the main room of the monastery.
Cool.
I got a wand and a dagger at the ready. Oh, you pointed out the well, but it was specifically in a town with no well.
I know. That's what I was saying. Is it's not here because there's a well.
Also, I haven't seen a lot of ghosts yet, so
Ghosts.
The other two pass you and head back out to their postings.
those things are at least close to retaining their humanity.
And why have them give up any of it?
So, as he brings you inside, Gentle-sounding music trickles down from above, played on a single-stringed instrument by some unseen master.
Ding.
The ground floor is one large 50-foot square room with arched, leaded glass windows. A cauldron sits on an iron rack above a fire in a hearth, while above the fireplace mantel hangs a golden disc engraved with the symbol of the sun. In one corner, a wooden staircase climbs to the upper level, while in another corner, a stone staircase descends into darkness. Several chairs surround a wooden table that stretches nearly the length of the room. Wooden dishware and gold candelabras are neatly arranged on the table, standing behind which is a young woman with alabaster skin, dressed in a torn and soiled red gown. Her auburn hair is neatly bundled so as not to touch her soft shoulders. She seems lost in her own thoughts. The abbot steps over and gently takes her hand. Allow me to introduce you to the fruit of my labors. This is Vasilka. She will be Strahd's bride and save this land from his wrath. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
That's called crazy, right? That's good.
Rosie is concerned with my concerns.
We all are very concerned.
Concern level at maximum.
Concern at threat level orange.
I don't like ending early, but there's times when it hits
yeah.
me.
No,
like,
that's an
and
appropriate.
there. That's where we stop.
Yep.
Yep.
Also, Avani sent me a message for you.
Sent him
Yeah.
a message.
Yes, those
For you.
words. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
She sent me a message for you.
Yes.
From me to you via.
Okay.
Don't kill her character. She's just a messenger.
Don't kill her
Yeah.
character. I don't want to have to draw another.
She's just the messenger.
Alright. Hey, what are you guys playing tomorrow night, Sam?
Tomorrow night we are finishing Still Life.
Ooh.
We are actually finishing it. If you haven't watched it, I actually recommend going back and watching our playthrough of it. It's been
Yeah.
one of our better shows. We've had a lot of fun.
Okay, good.
Recording it,
I
and I'm
watched
really
a
excited.
little bit of it, but I think it was early on, and you guys were still trying to.
Yeah, we've pretty much gotten through the technical difficulties of it. It's
Mhm.
recording older games through OBS can really be annoying, and I've found a way that
Yeah.
generally works, but it still can be kind of frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I found a 90% surety to get it working, which is good. So I should be able to by next year when I do Warcraft 3 again, which is what we were originally going to do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We should have this down pat.
Do you mean the
But no, we're gonna finish it tomorrow, and I'm really excited.
Awesome.
It's been a lot of fun. We've had a lot of kind of good and bad to talk about with it, and I'm really excited to do it. And once we beat that, we'll get straight into horror games for October, which will start a
Nice.
little early because I only have 2 shows to do in October. So
Yeah.
not sure we're gonna play right now. It'll either be Resident Evil 7,
Okay.
The Suffering, or Eternal Darkness.
Cool.
Question. Is The Suffering the subtitle of Resident Evil 7, or is that its own separate game?
No, The Suffering is its own game. It's actually one of my favorite horror games.
Okay.
It takes place entirely in a haunted prison.
Ooh.
All of the monsters are manifestations of the ways people have died in said prison.
Oh, I like
So the base enemies are shivs, and they have blades for arms and
Okay.
legs. Walk around. There's enemies that are like gas chamber enemies. There's firing squad enemies.
Oh, okay.
It's really cool. It's a 2-game series that I absolutely adore. It has one of the best moral choice systems I've ever played in a video game. It very rarely ever stops the game to have you make a moral choice.
You have to make it like on the fly.
You make it on the fly as you're playing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like my favorite one that I always give as an example is one time, and you can miss most of them. One time I walked into a room and there's a dying prison guard with all of his limbs ripped off. And I mercy killed him and I got good guy points for that.
Huh.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Kinda
That,
what's gonna happen here.
that kind of reminds me, like, it's not entirely the same, because Life is Strange gives you a ton of time to make your decision. But one of the things I like about it is no matter what decision you make, and no matter if you reverse time to change the decision, the character is never sure she made the correct decision and always doubts any decision you make.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And the story kind of changes depending on where you are and kind of the morality of things.
Interesting.
Whether or not Torque did or didn't do what he's accused of.
Okay.
So it's a lot of fun.
Cool.
Yeah. Speaking of
what's
morality,
going on Wednesday?
I'm either going to be doing more Horizon Zero Dawn, or I may end up painting some models. It depends on what I need to fill my schedule with, because I'm trying to get some stuff
Cool.
by the end of the week. But yeah,
Cool. And,
probably Horizon Zero Dawn.
Awesome. And what's going on Thursday?
Well,
TBA. I need to talk about it. TBA.
TBA.
Yeah.
TBA.
We're
Sounds
doing
good.
schedule shifting. It shouldn't
Switching.
be anything too major, but
Cool.
Yep.
We can say it won't involve me because I'll be going out Thursday night.
yeah.
Yep. Oh man, I'm really looking forward to next session, because
Yeah.
I half agree with this guy.
I don't think it's working because we keep
I'm
getting a.
very frustrated by this guy.
Yeah. It's
All right.
I'm
interesting.
suspicious of this guy.
Yeah, I've hit a wall of, okay, I now no longer almost trust anything this guy says. I do, however, think the monster should be freed.
Thank you all for joining us.
Free the mongrel people! Hashtag not all mongrel people.
Go to our subreddit and talk about what we should do with the mongrel people.
Or you could send us a message on Twitter or join our Discord.
Yeah.
Or join our Discord. That'd be great.
Yeah.
if you
That's
joined
the
our
one
Discord.
beneath us, right? Oh, okay.
Oh, wait. Oh, the Discord link is down there.
Yeah, and we have a Twitter.
We do not have a subreddit.
We do not have a subreddit.
So take initiative.
Roll initiative.
Roll initiative, take initiative, and make that subreddit.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Night.
Bye, everybody.